Nicole,
Oh, oh, I'm fine. Okay, I'm not like fine, but I'm fine.
well, you said a lot, but I didn't get anything from that. Let's start again. What made you decide to come to my office today versus any other day?
Uh, Well, when you called me back, you said this was the soonest you had available, so here we are. Oh, okay. All right, so maybe I am a little nervous. I quit my job 2 weeks ago, and I feel just a little lost. I've never done anything like that. Not without another job lined up at least.
I see. So why this time?
Aside from them not wanting me there, I was just tired. It was a lot, and it was the only solution I had to make it stop.
Well, do you feel better since doing it?
I'm not sure yet. It felt great in the moment, but honestly, I guess I assumed it would fix everything, and it's made things a little more complicated.
Could it be there are other things going on in your life beside the job that makes you feel the way you do?
Oh no, other than that, my life is great.
You need to get that?
Nope. It's just my mom. Yeah, she thinks everything's an emergency, and 100% of the time, it's not, so. What was the question?
Well, I was just asking if there are other things going on in your life that makes things seem complicated. How's your relationship with your mom?
Just getting straight to business, huh? Okay, we're good. It's the normal mother-daughter relationship. Do as I say, not as I do, and don't tell people our business. Actually, she would lose it if she knew I was here.
But does anybody know that you're here? Friends, another family member?
Absolutely not. So they could think that I'm crazy? No.
You know, you said that on the voicemail, and I was a little taken aback. Why would you call it crazy to talk to someone neutral about how you're feeling?
That's just usually what I see. Most of the time, it's someone whose life is spiraling out of control, or, they're harming themselves, or just dealing with something that society wouldn't see as normal. I know that's mostly what I see on television, but it's also how I think about it. It's like those situations don't fit me. I even have a friend in therapy, and she claims it works for her, and it's so great. But honestly, we don't have the same problems. I never thought that I would be someone who would need therapy. I handle everything on my own.
Now, why would you feel you have to do that?
That's just how it's always been. I've always had to figure it out, and I've always made it work. They say if it isn't broke, don't fix it, right?
You know, a lot of the times people wait until they feel defeated before they seek help. Now, I'm not saying that I'll be your saving grace, but therapy is about the person doing the work and the therapist being your guide. What you want to accomplish here is up to you.
So how does this really work? What if I decided after this session I really don't need therapy?
Again, that's up to you. Even if you decide that I'm not the person for you, I can give you a list of recommendations based on your preferences. The main goal is for you to get what you need from this, whether it's with me or not. I do want to touch on this relationship with your mom. Why didn't you tell her you were here?
Because she would have just told me to pray about it. To her, prayer fixes everything. For me, I think you can pray, but you also need to do the work. But she's old school though, so although I've never mentioned therapy to her in general, I am certain she would look at it as another way of me telling our business. She just likes to have some sort of control and has this idea of what I should be doing with my life. But to be fair, that's most black moms, which is why I said it's the norm.
Just because something happens a lot doesn't mean it's normal. Normal is also subjective. But it seems as if this is something you don't like, this controlling piece. Have you ever talked to her about it?
And be called disrespectful? No.
But people aren't mind readers, Nicole. You have to tell people how you feel. The longer you let someone get away with treating you a certain way, family included, the longer it'll take them to get out of that, if ever. Let's try this. Now, some of my patients, I give homework. I tell them to take the week, think about what we discussed in therapy, and see how it affects their routine. Like with your mom. I find that when people do that they find the courage to not only find their voice, but to use it. So, big picture. What do you want, Nicole? Not from me, not from therapy, just in general.
I would like to have the freedom of just being myself. You know, not a care in the world towards any judgment. I want people to care and not assume that I have everything under control. I don't want to be the strong friend at all. And I'd just like to find out who I really am. I find myself having to adapt to fit into certain environments, and I don't want to do that. So ultimately, I would just like to be happy.
I was just trying to make sure that you were okay. I haven't heard from you in over a week. What's going on out there?
You know you can't just ignore me for a week, Nicole. You living out there in that dangerous city.
Ma, there are dangerous parts in every city, okay?
But not every city has a long-running show about sex crimes that happen there either. Nicole, you there?
I am here, Mother. I am here.
So, where have you been? That new job must have you busy.
Well, not really. I quit.
Oh, Lord, see, I knew something was going on. You quit. Do you even have another job? Now, you know you can't survive living in that city being broke now.
I'll be fine, okay? I just needed a change, and honestly, Ma, this is the best way to go about it.
You've been in that city just a few months, and I don't even know who you are anymore. Quitting your job, not calling me, and you act like you don't even care.
Of course I care, okay? I'm gonna find another job, and everything will be fine, okay? we just need a little patience, that's all.
Well, I hope you have some money, too, because you can't pay your rent with patience.
Can we please talk about something else, Ma?
Well, that was the plan until you dropped this bombshell. Oh, Lord. And I just told the ladies at church how you had this big-time New York job. I definitely can't tell them this. Well, I guess I just have to trust that I taught you well. You know what they say. The Lord looks out for fools and babies, right?
Okay, all right. So what's going on in your world, Mom? How's Dad?
Well, I've been trying to make sure that your daddy don't tear up everything in this house with this kitchen renovation. You haven't told him about this either, huh? This child done quit her job. Well, what's been keeping you busy out there? Maybe you will find a husband.
Well, I've been looking for work, obviously, and also I started going to therapy.
Therapy? You mean like on TV, where you go tell some random person all your business? Girl, did you lay on that couch too?
No.
You know black folks don't go to therapy. We just leave it up to the Lord, and he'll work it out.
And why can't I do both, Ma?
You can, I guess. You got time until you find another job. So what you be talking about with this therapist anyway? I hope you don't be in there telling all our business.
Like you tell mine?
What's that?
I said it hasn't been a long time, but you know, she just helps me organize my thoughts and think about things differently.
Well, have you talked to God about it? What did he say?
I don't know, Ma. Maybe I'll ask him when he stops by for lunch.
Girl, don't you be over there getting smart, Nicole Marie.
Okay, Ma. I have to go. I need to close the fridge.
Oh, and you can't do that while I'm on the phone.
Absolutely not. It's heavy. Gotta go.
All right, Nicole. Bye.
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 Love you.
I wasn't a hard ass. I mean, okay, maybe I was, but I didn't know you, so I had to vet you. You're all right. Yeah. Wow, which is so weird because it's February. Yo, in Ohio, this type of weather would never happen.
Okay, you see, that's why I can't go to the Midwest. I can hardly handle New York.
Oh my god. I didn't know you were religious.
My mother put that there the other day. She says
So what about when you're not?
well, I don't think it comes with rosary. So I guess we just have to wait.
Yeah, no.
Friendships are complicated. Can a friend care too much? Can one care too little? Is this all just subjective? Is it wrong to disappear for a few days and just be? What's acceptable? Or do I make that decision? Because clearly I'm not good at that. See, it couldn't be me.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Girl.
I'll just wait here and make sure you get to your room safe.
No, see, I got the mobile on my teeth.
Okay. Good night.
Hi, Nicole. I hope you're having a great week. I wanted to try something new for one of our future sessions. I want you to email me back with a description of yourself as if I didn't know you. How would you describe who you are?
This should be easy.
So, Nicole, you get my email?
Yeah. I need to think about it for a little bit.
Of course. So, how's your week been?
Same stuff. Still unemployed.
Well, there's got to be something going on. Friend news, boyfriend news, anything.
Well, I got rejected from a job this morning. That's one update. And now both my family and friends know that I come and see you, and I don't know how I feel about that yet. You know, I've been thinking about quitting my job, and I'm starting to feel like it was a mistake. Even my mom went on this rant about how I'll be broke and how much I've changed since I've been here.
What's wrong with change?
Nothing, I guess. It's just that once you do change, people assume that you're trying to be better than them, and that's not what I want to project.
You can't control what people think of you. You can spend your whole life trying to be different for someone, and they still won't be satisfied. Now, I'm not saying be mean or anything, but what do you want? What do you feel? What do you think? Focus on that.
You make this all sound so easy.
Yeah, it may seem like that, but I know it's not. I mean, would you even be here trying to figure it out if it was?
Yeah, you're right.
So, how'd your mom take it?
Oh, exactly how I thought. Don't be going around here telling people our business. The entire state of Ohio knew when I got my period, and I tell one person about my problems, and she feels the way about it? But I did do the homework, and I, wrote down my feelings and emotions and thoughts, and it helped a little bit. I said a little bit.
Well, I'm glad it helped. A little bit. So how'd your friends take it?
Oh, well, with them, I accidentally slipped it into the group chat. I didn't know that it was supposed to be this grand announcement. I didn't even think that's called for anyway.
Well, how did they react?
Oh, well, Cree, the one I'm closest to, she asked why I hadn't said anything, and I just told her that I've been going through a lot. And Jasmine does not care about anything that does not involve Jasmine, so she ignored it.
Could it be that you were too busy to talk to Cree? Could it be that or something else?
I just didn't want to hear any judgment, so I knew exactly what I was doing here. I honestly didn't even want to tell anyone.
But why would she judge you? Didn't you say she goes to therapy too?
Okay, so maybe she wouldn't have judged me, and that probably wasn't the correct word to use, but still, I wasn't ready to share all of that. It's like, who goes to therapy just because they quit their job? When there's people out there in the world that have way bigger problems than mine. And here I am, taking up a spot.
Oh, Nicole, everybody has problems. The issue comes when you start comparing your problems to other people. Now, quitting your job may seem small, but that was out of character for you. Besides, you coming here because of your job opened up things about relationships you have with other people.
I'm just not comfortable with the idea of it yet. Okay? Usually when you see people go to therapy, it's for something that society would deem a necessity. Like Cree. Cree's adopted. And her parents introduced her to therapy when they decided to tell her. Something like that makes sense to everyone. Me running to therapy just because I quit my job does not.
You know, we tend to look at what other people do and how other people handle things and think that's the way to go. But there are people who have problems that we don't see on these TV shows about therapy, but their feelings are valid. And they may have a fear of speaking to someone about it.
Like me.
Not quite. See, you made it in here. And it's not easy, as you saw with how your mother reacted. But it's not supposed to be easy. That's why you have to seek therapy when you're ready.
But when does it get easier?
Oh, I wish I knew an answer to that, but then you'd be calling me Miss Cleo and not Dr. Fatima, right? Seems like you might have a friend you need to work things out with.
Seems like it. Hey, things have been really crazy, but I do want to catch up. I know that. The longer you allow someone to treat you one way, family included, the longer it'll take for them to get out of that. If ever. Hashtag shout out to my therapist.
Can we talk about it for a while? Before we take a chance and do this, before we looking back is foolish. Can we talk about it for a while? Before we take a chance and do this, before we looking back is foolish. Oh, if it's love, then you can keep it. Cause if it's love, then I don't need it. Oh, if it's love, then you can keep it. Cause if it's love, then I don't need it. If